Hey, y'all. I'm going to show you how I am growing carrots. And let me just pick up my carrot seeds that I dropped. These are a colorful rainbow mix, and I love growing this type, this rainbow color, because it's always a surprise when you're harvesting them. Are they going to be orange? Are they going to be purple? Are they going to be yellow? Yeah, I've even seen a pinkish color. And yes, I'm excited for this. I'm going to sow these seeds into this bed since there is so much room. I do want to leave some space here for my onions. Actually, no, I'm going to go crazy with the carrots. The onions are going to go in this bed once I harvest my sweet potatoes. All right. First, I need to gather some soil, which I already have here behind me. This bag was full of carrots, again, that I just harvested a couple of weeks ago. So what I'll do is dump all this soil, because that is some good soil. Dump all that into this bed. Maybe find some more loose soil around, because I want to get a few more inches of height on here. So yeah, that is what is next. I'm going to put on my gloves and get started. All right. All right, so that is dumped, and now I'm just going to spread it around. I love reusing soil. Although I do equally enjoy making my own soil mix. It's nice to just have soil all ready to go. Maybe there's another bag I could use. And yes, there is. All right. I guess this was used for... Actually, I'm not sure that I remember. Oh well. Let's use it. Guess it doesn't really matter what it was used for. Or it might. It would matter if the plants in it had some disease or insect issue, but that is not the case. I'm going to pick up some of this leaf litter that was at the bottom of this bag and put it over here where this other bag of leaf litter was. The reason why I keep that, or the reason why I put leaf litter at the bottom, is so that the plants can take up those nutrients, and so that this bag will fill up a little bit easier without filling it with complete, soil. It's nice to have a layer of drainage where the soil meets that pile of scraps, and then that water is able to trickle down instead of being stuck and waterlogging that whole plant. Anyway, that is besides the point. I have my soil. I'm going to spread some of this around and then start planting my carrots. Oh, one more step that I'm going to take that I forgot to mention is I'm going to add some compost. This spot can benefit from a nice fresh layer of compost. Let's do that right now. Okay, now let's smooth this out. Let's get up some of these bigger pieces in the soil so that our carrots can use their root to dive straight down into the soil and not run into anything that might cause them to change direction. We want nice straight carrots. But if they're not straight, that is not a problem. I just like the look of it. Let's get our carrots. I'm gonna open this up. All right. Actually, let's read the back of this packet. All right. It lets me know that I can grow these. I don't know if you can really see that in my zone, which is right here, Florida. Okay, February through May and August through September. Well, we are out of September, and I'm just gonna do it anyway. We are in October, and yeah, let's do this fast. All right, they are going to be planted a 1/4 inch under the soil, at least 2 inches apart. I should expect germination within 7 to 21 days, and the plant height, meaning I guess the stem and the leaves to be yeah, around 2 feet. So I'm going to violate some of these rules, mainly the first one, which is the timing. But you know, I think it'll all work out. It usually does. All right, these are my seeds. Let me zoom in and focus. All right, these are our carrot seeds. Another rule that I'm going to violate is I'm not going to space them apart by like 2 inches. I am going to kind of just go freely because this is kind of what worked for me last time. I'm actually going to draw like a nice little line here all the way down, all the way. Let's get rid of some of these weeds while I can. All right. Let's throw this over here. All right, so I have this line drawn, this little trench, and I'm going to sow my seeds in here, and then I'm going to cover this area with the soil that's kind of lifted. All right, here we go. You can barely see how many are being spent. What's in my hand remaining. I'll try and get closer for y'all. Not every seed will germinate. And the reason why I'm grouping them so closely together is so that when some of them are beginning to mature and they're outgrowing the space, I can harvest those early. And then the others that are coming up right behind them will have an opportunity and space to continue growing. So I usually will pick them a little early, the ones that are developing a little more maturely. And sometimes I would use those, freeze them, cook with them, or just give them to the dogs. But I really just want to get the maximum value out of what I'm planting and have multiple harvests. Okay, so I just covered that space up, my little trench, and I still have so many more seeds. Okay, another trench here in the middle. I'm going to do the same thing. And I think the remaining I'm going to use for a third row. So let's cover this up. Now, last row will be along here. Hopefully this jalapeno pepper plant comes back. It got some damage, suffered some damage while I was away, but I'll just let it remain here. Okay, so we have our third trench. Let's get the remainder. Can you see? Yes, nice. All right. It's really a shame that you can't see how I'm like planting them because they're so small. All right. So I'm going to cover these now. all done. So now I'm just going to water this in and hope for the best. Thank you for watching. These should be ready in about 3 months. Carrots are a pretty hardy winter crop, and I had great results in previous seasons overwintering my carrots, meaning having them beyond the frost dates and yeah, just making sure that they're in good health. So again, I am hopeful I will see you again talking about these carrots once they germinate, and then again when they mature, and then again when it's time to harvest. So like the channel, like this video, I mean, and subscribe to the channel so you can see more carrot things and more of the garden. All right. Thanks again for watching. Bye bye.